I'm Alexsander Wong. I graduated from the JD program with CUHK in 2009. And after that, I did the PCLL with CU and graduated in 2010. Thereafter, I went to the University of Cambridge and did an LLM there before I came back and practiced as a barrister. Like all JD graduates, I had a first degree, and my first degree is in medicine with CUHK. But at the end, I decided to pursue a legal career as a barrister. As to why I made the switch from medicine to law, I think the choice is really a personal one. Shortly after I graduated from medical school, I was involved in some court proceedings. I discovered that the law is very interesting in its own way, and I'm fascinated by how the law actually works. At the beginning, studying law is perhaps to satisfy my curiosity as to how the law works. But the more I learned about the law, the more determined I was to embark on a legal career. In a lot of ways, I think the law touches our everyday life very intimately. I, of course, take a unique interest in the practice of medicine, and I can readily see situations in which the law crosses paths with the practice of medicine, and this continues to be an area that fascinates me today. Like many JD graduates, I have made a transition from a first career to a legal career. But perhaps the more germane transition in which most of you will make is a transition from law school into practice. I'm grateful that law school had prepared me well for the challenges in practice. A sound legal knowledge is always an advantage. However, in practice, you're bound to come across situations in which it was not covered by what you studied in law school. As such, I think it is important, or equally important, in law school to learn how to solve a legal problem when the answer is not immediately apparent. As to how I made my choice between being a barrister and a solicitor, I think it really depends on what interests me the most. I have always taken an interest in dealing with the substantive law and how the law works. As such, I think a barrister would allow me more opportunities to deal with the substantive law in a variety of areas of the law. If you ask me what advice I would give to those who are currently studying law and to those who intend to pursue a legal career, my advice is that nothing replaces hard work. The amount of time you spend in studying for law would be reflected in your grades. And when it comes to practice, the amount of time and effort you put into a piece of work would be reflected by the quality of that piece of work. Take a court hearing, for example. How well you perform in court is proportional to how much time you put into preparation for the court hearing. The same goes to a piece of written work or even a conference with lay clients. My message is that if you put in sufficient hard work into a piece of work, you will be rewarded.